Welcome to the 2012-2013 Year-End Summary and International Awards application. If you're at this page, I commend you for documenting your chapter's history and additionally applying for international awards. If you're at this page, this is the login page for the Year-End Summary. You can see it says returning users here, but it doesn't matter if you're new or returning. These are the fields you will enter in order to gain access to the form. So when you come up to username, you're going to enter your whole chapter designation. So if you're Alpha Chapter, you'll enter Alpha Chapter, all one word, no spaces. Additionally, in order to fill out the password field, it would be the same login information. So if it's Alpha Chapter, no spaces. So let's use an example here. Omega Chapter. So no spaces, as you can see, and we will enter the same information into the password field. When you do that, it takes you into the actual year-end summary application. You can look through this information. It describes the actual due date, the eligibility, qualifications, until you finally get down to the awards. You can select which awards you would like to apply for. So if you want the Smythe, Harvey T. Newell, Continuing Education, select which awards you would like to apply for. If you select the Harvey T. Newell, you will have an accompanying essay. So if you don't want to apply for that, do not click that. Otherwise, the essay question will show up. As you can see at the bottom here, you have Save Your Partial Work button, a Next button, the number of pages in the actual application. As you progress, you can see the progress that you make up top here too. So, as you go down to the bottom, you can see the previous, next, Save Partial Work buttons as well. The reason we have Save Partial Work is so that you can allow other people to access the application and fill out info for you, as well as you don't have to fill it all out in one sitting. So when you click Save Partial Work, your information is saved, and then you will be able to leave the actual application. When you do that, next time you log in, it will actually be a different type of login. You will enter the same information, so if it's Omega Chapter, same username, same password, but then it will take you to a different screen. This is the screen that it will take you to. Looks a little different than just the actual application, but in order to just go to the application, you click this pencil on the left-hand side. When you do that, again, the familiar page that you saw before. So when you do that, again, you go through and answer the questions that you would like. So Harvey T. Newell, Robert Edgar Smythe, again, all of these questions that you're filling out information for have conditional formatting to them, so that way if you are applying for, say, Harvey T. Newell, you'll have the essay questions come up. If you do not, the essay question will not come up. Additionally, the housing question, if you do have a chapter house, click yes. If you do not, click no, because the questions will appear for you based on your response here, because obviously they only apply to chapters with housing. So as you go through this application, again, you can see your progress in the upper right, read more about the overall chapter awards. Here's the Harvey T. Newell essay that I told you about. Again, if you didn't click this, this will not appear. Again, the chapter award, chapter program awards, and then you finally gain access to the actual questions. So when you go through these questions, you can see here you have upload questions, or you have text box questions, depending on what type of question it is. Now, these are conditionally formatted as well. So if you have no, you do not rank in the top 3 in recruitment on campus, it will not have any detail to it, so you can move on to the next question. But if you click yes, you'll have the opportunity to choose a file to upload to prove this information. Additionally, there's a sample here to tell you a good way to answer or how someone has previously answered the question. Most of the questions are actually provide further documentation, and again, every one of those has a sample answer that you can reference. So you go through and answer all of the questions until you finally get to the last page of the application, the attestation page, where you will enter your email and the advisor's email. You need to make sure you enter these because you cannot submit the application without this information. The reason these are required fields is because your advisor can approve the information that you've submitted, and secondly, you can receive the actual results that you've submitted. Hope this information has been useful, and best of luck filling out the year-end summary.